Oh, thirst trap Sunday? Is that a thing? Whatever.
So you see all those houses over there to the right?
Yeah.
That's the inlet to the intercoastal waterway where all the barges go.
Oh.
So
That's where I
Rick's
always go
boat's
fishing.
at the end, down there, at the end, by where the golf and stuff meets.
Mm-hmm.
Goes from over there and it's over there.
There's 22, Mom. I can pick some more. There's 22. There's like, I think I'm on to the other team. Now it's tied. Right now they're tied. Why was it
Sorry. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I think he's coming, I don't know. I don't know. Is Daddy coming here? No. He's not coming.
Are you enjoying it? Is my mother annoyed too for screaming? Last if I need.
Yeah,
Are you on?
Did he already give you one? Hey, Mom wants to No. There's not really any left.
Oh. Does that mean there's none left or not really much left?
Not really.
Okay. Thanks, Christian. Can you hold that?
This smells good.
There was like 20 when they started.
Bailey! Get it!
Oh, damn.
I always try to do the fire, stay on the block. The popular one, with the rise and stop. So that's when I had this bright idea. The party of the month, that's the party of the year. All the fine girls couldn't turn it down. You know, all I gotta do is get my parents out. Should have sent them to the movie, not send them to the show. Let me think, it's gotta be long though. I said, yo, Matt, do why you sitting home? It's a Friday night, have you seen it, Joe?
like your biggest Kentucky leg?
No. Ugh. Hello. Let me move this closer. I am One Board Dude. I ran that channel for about a year and a half, and ultimately I decided to do One Board Dude's Rantings, where I craft and talk about life lessons that I've learned, or I show things that I'm doing while I'm talking about life lessons. Either way, it's about social skills and stuff that I am learning in sobriety. One day, if I'm ever asked, I will share my story. But to qualify myself, I am a raging alcoholic. I have had 14 bones broken, 7 ER visits, 3 psych wards, 4 rehabs, 3 deaths, and a seizure, DTs, all the good stuff. So if anybody thinks that I'm faking it, I can prove the scar from where I was busted. So I had met this guy online, and me and him just kind of became buddies. He's from down under. I'm from Tennessee, you know, all that shit. But we really kind of hit it off in our styles of things. I like to talk to him and stuff. And he had asked me to start sending him some videos of like the random stuff I do, because I like to keep things fresh. In my spare time, I disc golf, I rock climb, I mountain bike, I play pickleball. I like to build miniatures, models, dioramas, stuff like that. I am a professional. I work in HR. I have over 15 months of sobriety at this point, working on 16 here in 16 days, 16 months. So, yeah, I really hate to shoehorn on his stuff, but he'll link it, and if you want to come check it out and come along for the ride and see what I'm up to, more the merrier. I'm still going to be sending him his stuff, but thought you might like to see some of the stuff that I'm doing as well. I have a dog. My girlfriend has a dog. There are dogs now. To give you a little bit of a background of kind of what I have kind of accomplished in the first 9 months of sobriety, I went from homeless, unemployed, and a shitload of debt, and a busted car that I practically lived out of, to my own place, a job back in my field. I have a family, a group of friends. Financially, things are rocky, but you wouldn't expect that big of a turnaround after 15 months. Truthfully, I don't think I could handle it if I had that big of a turnaround in 15 months. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this stuff. Hang out, do some things, do some awesome stuff, share it with this dude. The world.
They're antiques, just decorative. Have you heard of the Blue Spirit, General Iroh? Just rumors. I don't think he is real. He's real, all right.
It's like a toilet brush.
Oh my god.
Don't
Really,
tell
I
Judy
don't
this,
want
she'll
to live in
probably
skeleton.
I'm
Okay.
constantly charmed by that.
I feel like it's kind of vibing.
I like it. Well, you got the colors going on, but you gotta be careful at these points.
Your bouquet is a hazard. Personality-wise, mix.
First season.
It just feels.
I know what you mean. You need to meet my good friend Al.
Offer new rules. She tears one of Alicia's pageant photos in half. This photo cost $100.
shoe cost that much, but ain't no fucking way that piece of paper costs $130. Have you ever heard?
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Like a little pavement thing here around the corner deployment zone. Like a cityscape walkway here with an upper level for snipers and jump jets to add some 3D-ness to it. And like I feel like it might be one-sided and favor another side, so I want to add some more here, but I feel like it might be too much. I don't know. What are your thoughts? And I got these that I can put in and like get around to finishing for other portions. Am I holding this upside down? No, that's empty. Okay, so I have stuff I can sub in. What are your thoughts?
Off and rolling in the floor for Georgia.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the bean for the Razorbacks and Matty Jones.
Whoosh.
She's waiting.
How that plays a part in your recovery and pretty much everything that you want to do. So, getting back to it, like I said, they said that spirituality is for people who pretty much they've been to hell. You know, that's the only way to kind of describe it. I'm doing this one a little bit different. Like I'm actually talking as I'm doing it. So if I get distracted on this part here, Lord, I apologize. But we're trying. I don't know what I'm trying to do in here. I had this idea of like pouring clear resin in, but I think this is kind of like a moot thing right here. So we're just going to stop on that one and cover our mistake. I mean, there's not much else I can do on that one. I really fucked that one up. So anyway, getting back to it on the spirituality part of things. Yeah, man, like getting in there and getting okay with believing in something bigger than me was instrumental. There for a little bit. Best way to describe it is that's all hard right there. Wonder what's in this. Oh, dope. You know, I had this mentality of if there was a God, he abandoned us long ago. And I held true to some of that belief of, you know, how could there be a God if this, that, and the third happen? You know, there's kids that get cancer, there's all this bunch of stuff that I would pretty much use as like a reason not to believe in a God. And it took a real long time, almost an absurdly long amount of time, to kind of come to the conclusion that I don't have to know the ins and outs of things. You know, that is not my primary purpose. My primary purpose is to sit down, shut up, and do the next right thing. I don't have to get overly involved in other people's business. I don't have to really do much of any of that, you know. And that kind of goes back to what I was talking about with the world will get on just fine without me. You know, there's no scenario where people are going to stop dropping nukes if I'm not around to give my wonderfully bad advice to people. And that was kind of a big weight off my shoulders. Hurt my feelings, not gonna lie. Hurt my feelings at first. It's like, what do you mean these people don't need me? And, you know, from there, I was able to kind of grow from that and take the weight off my shoulders. I don't really stress about things that much anymore because it's not up to me. You know, I do the best I can, and after that, if it doesn't turn out, it doesn't turn out. That's just the way it is. I don't have to have this overly complicated ritual of like atonement, asking for forgiveness. None of that. You know why? Because the God that I understand knows that I know that I did all that shit. And we don't have to rehash it all the time. That's one really, really good thing about my set of beliefs. And, you know, this is not me trying to shoehorn in my beliefs or what I think is real or not real, so I'm not going to go into it. But I am going to go into the fact that, you know, like it or not, those people are happy. You know, they're happy, and if they're happy and I'm not, I should probably figure out why they're happy and what I can do to replicate it, right? Because that's the more important thing, is replicating and moving on. They talk about it in the book Prayer, and you know, I know a lot of people are kind of adverse to praying, and that's okay. I mean, it really is. It's okay. I don't know how I want this to kind of turn out. So this is going to be quite a mystery. Okay. And we will set that there and just kind of sweep everything over. So yeah, I'm kind of curious. How did you guys kind of come to finding a higher power? Do you define it? Do you do anything with it? Because for the large part, I don't. They say meditating is listening to the universe, and praying is asking for guidance. And that's what I try to do for the most part. is listen to what the world is saying. And, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm going to kind of turn it over to you guys and see what you come up with. I'd really kind of like to hear what your spiritual practices look like. For me, it's a lot of prayer, and when I pray, I consider it an action word, meaning I'm doing something for somebody. You know, if I am praying that you will have a good life, I'm doing something about it. I am, you know, making sure you have a good day, trying my darndest to make sure that I don't disturb you. Like, there's a lot that kind of goes into it, and I'm curious to see what other people do and see what kind of mindfulness that they get out of it. So with that being said, I am going to stop rambling and finish up my my display. Okay, bye.
What is this music?
You died.
It's because you did so bad.
Fuck. All right, race 2 out of 12.
Let's go.
Nashville 500.
Well, second.
Mmm.
I don't think. Oh.
Tables have turned. Welcome back. I am One Board Dude, also a rantings on YouTube. I go by One Board Dude. I don't know. Trying to kind of encapsulate myself and kind of what I do. I'm a real big proponent of sci-fi. I love sci-fi. Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, Dune, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. If it's sci-fi, it's probably my jam. I really enjoy it. I have a 9-year-old puppy named Elsa. Majority of my shorts, you will see her. I like to do TV show, movies, and video game reviews and relate that back to sobriety. I just like helping people get and stay sober. That's kind of my main jam. Personally, I like to disc golf, play with RC shit. I do a lot of rock climbing and hiking and camping. I'm a big proponent of get out in nature and get barefoot in nature. Seems to help me. Not really sure what else to put on here. I'm building a lot of diorama maps and stuff like that, but it's about ran its course. So I'm going to try and transition into something else. I'm wanting to get into growing herbs and also making soap and laundry detergent. So kind of all over the map. But the one thing I do like to keep forefront is relating it back to things that I've learned in sobriety that I wish I had known when I was trying to get sober. So that's kind of my spiel. A ranting, spelt exactly how it sounds. I am the Sekiro Funko, and I rarely show my face on it. So this is what I look like, if you didn't know. Ooh. Okay, bye.